Well, Happy New Year everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Train Simulator, where I'm going to be driving this GB Rail Freight Class 66, numbered 66731, with an aggregates train made up of HYAB hopper wagons, which will be taking empty from here at Watford London concrete sidings down to Wembley, for this train to eventually make its way down to Tunbridge. So, while I'm doing this video, I want to be talking about some changes that I'm going to be making to the channel come the new year, which would have already happened by the time you're watching this video, but for me it hasn't happened yet. So, it shouldn't take us too long, should probably be about 20 minutes, maybe. We'll see how it ends up. It's only Watford to Wembley, so it shouldn't take long. But that should be just enough time for me to talk about what I am going to be doing. So we'll get into that later. For now, let's get the train set up and ready to leave. So, welcome to the cab of the Class 66 here. I have had everything set up. We're just waiting clearance to leave. We're waiting for an oncoming Southern service. And then we should be good to go. Got everything set up, so I'll just wait for the Southern service. I can see it in the distance. So this service, I'll give you some background information on it. This service, everything else in this run is timed to the May 2023 timetable when I created the scenario. Our train isn't. It's sort of a special one-off thing, which is usually what goes into Watford London concrete. Okay, took your line off. Right, let's release first of all the train brake and put the reverser in. Just release the loco brake and put on some power and we should be good to go. So our train isn't going to be too heavy today, probably around about 600-700 tonnes. We're empty, taking empty wagons back down to Tunbridge. There's a Voyager overtaking us on the fasts. Probably come from, I don't know, Chester. I think that's the service is supposed to come from. Alright, now we have a speed limit of 15 out of the sidings, but then once we get across these points I'm going to set the train length switch. There we go, that beep was the train length switch being set, so once the back of our train has reached that point, that will beep twice, and then we are good to accelerate up to line speed here, which is 75. Our train, because of the wagons, is limited to 60 miles an hour. We will not have to worry about speed limits until Wembley when you get into the yard there, where again the speed limit drops down to 15. So there you go, there's the two beeps. We're now clear to proceed up to line speed. Although I don't know, our previous signal was just a single yellow, so I don't know if we are currently cleared, but we should be. That train should have departed Bushy a little while ago. We've put on a bit of power to get us a bit of acceleration before I can see that signal. And yes, we are cleared. We have, by the looks of things, a double yellow signal. And it's cleared to green, so we are now cleared for 60 miles an hour. Open the window, get a bit of noise in, a bit of fresh air. Looks like a quite nice day. So this scenario is set time now will be around about 2:30, I think. So early afternoon. We'll get a bit of freight coming the other way soon. Well, I think that may end up holding us up at Wembley. We'll see how that goes. So, full power through Bushy Station, doing about 48 miles an hour. So I might start bringing the power back. Just so we don't go straight past our 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. Going on up on that bridge there. The lorry going very slowly. Right, we are getting up to 60 miles an hour, so I'm just going to bring the power almost right back. A little bit of power that I can hold our speed there. Notch 3 of power we're currently on now, 350 coming the other way. Notch 3 of power, that will slowly accelerate us up, and then notch 2 will slowly decelerate us. So, sort of bounce between the two, and that should hold us about 60 miles an hour. Train in front of us should be quite a bit faster than we are, despite it stopping at Harrow and Wealdstone. It's cleared up to, I think, 100 when it hits this line. So, as we're sort of up to 60 miles an hour and happy, let's talk about what I was talking about earlier with my channel. So, my channel has been, other than sort of my intro, I changed that every year, so you would have seen this year's one at the start of this video. That would be the intro that I'm using for this year. But my channel, I haven't really changed much with it since I created it back in August of 2020, which is now, what, over 3 years ago, just under 3.5 years ago. So I want to change some of the stuff like the channel banner and the picture, because they're quite old photos and I have better photos that I want to use on there, so I thought what better a time to just refresh everything and not really start again. All my old content will be up. I have no plans on deleting any of it, but I want to change sort of my editing style, because I have been noticing more and more as I've been getting to the end of the year that the captions that I'm putting on my videos are borderline unreadable sometimes, to the point where I sometimes think, should I even keep putting these captions on it? But I do, just for the sake of continuity, just make it look the same. But I'm going to be experimenting with different captions to use, either just not having captions because do people really need them, or something small at the bottom that has a background so you can read it against, whatever colour of ground or platform or train is behind it. It's, sometimes quite hard to read. So yeah, I want to be changing that. I've changed the intro. Basically everything will change other than the name, and the type of videos I create. I want to start getting back doing more train sim and model railway related videos. I've done a few train sim ones before, but I did a few on my old computer and they were dreadful. because my old computer was not cut out for stuff like this, especially Train Sim World 3. I want to do some more videos on that, maybe. I haven't got Train Sim World 4. If I'm going to be honest, I don't intend on getting it. Sort of paying however much a year for the latest Train Sim World, I don't want to do. If there's actually something really good, then yeah, but the current thing of, is it like Peter to Doncaster? I don't want that. So yeah, I want to do more videos like that. So originally, well, for the last few years, it was Sundays at 11 AM that I uploaded, and then I changed that to Sundays at 7 PM because that was nicer, so I could have, you know, that day to edit it. And then more recently, what that meant is all my videos had just backed up, because at times I was going Trainspotting more than once a week. So that would add another one to the queue, but there's quite a long time where I was sort of going Trainspotting once a week, and that sort of like, I wasn't clearing that queue. So I decided I'm sick of uploading videos from 6, 7, 8 months ago. So I just started editing when I could be bothered. I'll be honest, sometimes I was just like, I don't want to do a video, so I sort of went dead for a few days. But DSD, thank you, keeping on my toes. But yeah, I've cleared it all down now. We are up to date. My last video at York was the last I have footage from. We're done with that. I'm planning a few trips in the next few days, so we'll probably get videos of those out. But other than that, I will upload when I, you know, go out. My plan is I want to sort of go out, see stuff, edit, upload within maybe even the same day in the best case scenario. Maybe like even if it's in the morning, but if it's sort of an evening one, I won't be able to do that. But in the next sort of day or two afterwards, I'll probably keep with uploading at 7 PM. I find that's a good time, but maybe I could experiment with sort of afternoons, maybe like 2 PM. See how that goes. But it will be very soon after I film it, so it won't be like, oh, it's November and I'm uploading a video from February. It will be, it's the 3rd of January and I'm uploading a video from the 2nd. And I think that'd be nicer. But then, of course, I don't usually plan my trips too far in advance, other than, you know, some of the further afield trips or trips to see charters and rail tours and stuff that I know is happening. Usually sort of have a check, oh look, this is going through in like 3, 4, 5 hours, I'll go see that. So in the gaps where I don't do as much Trainspotting, because sometimes I just don't, I can go, you know, a few weeks without either too busy to do anything or just nothing much interesting. But in those gaps I will upload model railway content and train sim content, whichever, you know, people like. I've done a few videos on my model railway, but not many. I want to do a few more. Right, I'm braking for Wembley Yard now. We got a single yellow there, which is either approach control or pendulum. That's either approach control or waiting for a freight train. I have a feeling it's the latter. I have a feeling we're going to be waiting for something, so I'll just bring the speed right down. So yeah, I'm making a train sim video here, but this is sort of so I can talk through it. But I make quite a bit of, you know, scenarios and some other projects that I'd love to put out, get feedback, support, you know, all kinds of stuff like that, including routes that I'm working on. I work on a few fictional routes, which I enjoy doing. I couldn't do it based on that oh god, DSD. That overhead OH Chile post was very close to the track. Might move that. This route in itself is a route that I have edited. So this is Dovetail Games West Coast Mainline South, but as per Dovetail, it's got quite a few inaccuracies on it, so I've been editing stuff, and also just general modernisation. So there's a few more things I want to do to it, but I'm making a lot of scenarios at the moment. So, and this is one of them. 6 Oscar 24 Watford London Concrete at Tonbridge West Yard. You may have noticed things have changed, but most of it is further north. So, you know, like Watford North Junction wasn't a thing, but now it is. Kings Langley Station didn't have its multi-storey car park, so I put that in. But I've renamed some of the sidings around here to give them their names that they use now. So like Wembley Receptions rather than EFOC. I can't remember what that stands for. Yeah, this isn't approach control. This is a waiting. I don't mind waiting. Depends how long we have to wait for. Yeah, stop it round here. Get some brakes on to hold it. Including like a brake. I'm going to put the reverse on neutral, otherwise I'm going to get DSD, and I don't know how long I have to wait for him. By the looks of things, probably a while, because I don't see a sign of that freight train yet. It must be something coming out of the sidings, but I don't know where. Here we go, here's the train we're waiting for. A Freightliner Class 66 in the orange livery. It's a 66415. This will be for my KT about now. That goes up to Ditton in Liverpool, I want to say. I think it is. So I'll wait for that to go, because I've been sat here for like 5 minutes. Hopefully I'm not holding up whatever's behind me. I don't think there's anything really happening behind me. Right, here's the end of it. We might get cleared soon. There we go. Cleared the other signal first. Right, let's release them brakes and get going. There's a Pendolino, also going that way. Gonna be racing that container train up to Harrow, and we'll probably win. Right, what's going on at Wembley then? What have we got here? So we got a Freightliner 66 to our left here. So that's 66612. Something holding sidings there, probably running around something. Right, now we go off into the relief line, and then we go under the 4 running lines and up to the other side to Acton Lane reception sidings, which is alongside Wilson Euro Terminal, which is, I don't know what used to go there. It might have been like containers and stuff for London, but it's now been repurposed for trains that take spoil away from the HS2 work site at Old Oak Common. Another Pendolino, a bit close behind the other one. Slowing down. So yeah, I'd love to do more trains out of Wilson Euro Terminal, but I don't have... There is now the JNA T wagons that GBRF operate out of there, but I do not have them, so I'd love to do more out there, but I don't. So it will be empty when we get around there, because I don't have anything to put in there. Looks like we got some stone aggregate wagons and some cars. This will be 6 X-Ray 11 from Toten to Dolan's Moor, which is a fair bit late. It should have gone like an hour and a half ago, but I guess it's sticking around. There's a fair few cars on that one. They're all the same other than the colour. All Toyota somethings. I don't know what they're called. I know they're Toyotas, that's what they take down from the Midlands. I can't remember where their factory is, but it's not too far. It might be like Derby, and then they take them down to be brought to mainland Europe. All 350s. The fast line seem busy. Really is a fair few cars on this one. Jesus, anyone been counting? Is it 6 per wagon and a lot of wagons? Hey, there's the front of it. DB66 as expected. And some more hopper wagons behind that. There it is, 66136. I suppose it's something to keep you interested while you're crawling along here. I think there's been still 15 down here. Another Freightliner 66 there. Six 555 and another Pendolino going north. Yeah, there's a significant traffic jam in front of you. You'd sort of be hanging around. I haven't populated any of those sidings because I genuinely can't be bothered. That wasn't there earlier. That 66 has appeared. That's 612. It's come up from that holding siding there. Just appeared. Looks like we got the DB Green 66 and another Freightliner one. There's also 66004 in the far distance on the front of those cargo wagons. And then, oh no, we got another orange 66 as well. So what's this? 591 and 605. You sometimes do get Freightliner locos just parked up there. Because they come around from Acton. Well, they come around from Acton actually with wagons, and then they just get left there, and then they eventually make their way back. Some more DB stuff. That's all the DB cargo sidings at Wembley, which is mostly just old stored wagons, but yeah. Right. So now we go across and then down and then under those 4 lines to our right. And then here we're crossing the, I think this is the North Circular we're crossing, is it not? Or is that a bit further along? Can't see really down there. That may have been the North Circular. I think it was. I can't remember if it's the next bridge along. I think it was that one. Right, so get ready on the brakes because we're going to be heading straight down there. It just looks like into the abyss. Oh, what kind of stupid train sim pathing is this? It's put us across that crossover and you watch, it'll put us back onto that line over it. It's either that or it's going to send us in the complete wrong direction. Yep, what was the point of that? That saved, I'm sure that saved us no time whatsoever. Don't question it sometimes, just leave it to do its thing. Right. I've no idea whether the speed limit's gone up at all. I'm just saying it's 15. It's 20 here, but I've got to wait for a whole train to pass that. It's not worth it. We stop like just up the other side of this branch. So there's no point accelerating at this point. So the first bridge we go under, that's to the DRS sidings at Willesden, and this is the West Coast Main Line to Euston we're going under. Right, I'll release the brakes, but the back of our train will be pushing us up the other side of this hill, which is actually kind of useful. So there we go, we got a double yellow, which means that we'll be turning off soon. If I could, I'd definitely take this all the way down to Tunbridge, because I think that'd be quite fun. You'd go off down the West London line for a bit and then onto the South Eastern network. I could do that, but it'd require me to change routes twice, and yeah. Didn't need that long of a video today. I don't want to have another hour-long video. So I'll try and find shorter runs to do on train sim, but a lot of them are quite long, so if I do train sim videos, expect them to be a bit on the long side, because they usually are. So going to siding 1. Right, line flattens out here, so now the West Coast Main Line is to our left. We'll be going across this crossover and then into Acton Lane sidings, where the route ends. You go around the corner and then you're into nothingness. So, and then you have to change the North London Line route and then go down to Clapham Junction. So this bridge we're going under now is a freight only branch. It goes up to Cricklewood. It's called the Dudding Hill branch. You only get freight trains down there. It used to have passenger trains. You can see a curve of track going off to meet that. And then to our right, a big yellow train, that's Wilson Euro Terminal. You can see that curve of track there. So this is Acton Lane reception sidings alongside Wilson Euro Terminal. Again, this has been repurposed. I'm just going to hit the train length switch to see when the back of our train gets across. It will fit. These sidings are quite long and our train is quite short. We have, I think, 18, 19 wagons. Not long. For a freight train nowadays, I mean, for a freight train nowadays, that's not too long. For a container train nowadays, that is really short. Nowadays, they're sort of upwards of 30 wagons. But aggregate deliveries to sort of yards in sort of towns are usually around the sort of 20 wagon mark. So stuff to, I don't know, Harlow Mill, Watford London Concrete, Bletchley, Cemex. There you go. So back of our trains in the siding now. So anywhere now we're good to stop. I'll pull forward towards our signal. So yeah, those trains are sort of about 20 wagons. The ones that are really long are the trains out of Whatley and Muirhead Quarries. they can be upwards of sort of 40 wagons, which makes sense. If you're going to run a freight train out of, you know, a little branch out to a quarry, you may as well load it with a fair amount of stone, even though you need, what, 2 locos to run it, but it's still way more efficient than having a shorter train. You will see trains in countries like America and Australia, massive, miles long. Right, I'm gonna stop it back here, there's no point crawling forward. Well, thanks for watching this video through to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, Happy New Year everyone. It's a bit after New Year. I might upload this one later on in the morning, on second thought. But yeah, thanks for watching this video through to the end, and I will see you with my next upload.